Alright, this is 2015 May June paper 2 variance 1. First question. At noon the temperature was 4 degrees Celsius. At midnight the temperature was negative 5.5. Work out the difference. So they want the difference. One is easy. All you have to do is just add them together. This is 9.5. Use your calculator to work out. So just key this in your calculator and you'll get it. 7.37. Right, standard form. So basically, I have to do just 1, 2, 3, 5. So 2.7 times 10 to the power 5. So that's 5. 2x squared plus 3x plus 5x minus 30. 2x squared =55. Right, that's the answer. Alright. Probability that Paul wins the race 9/35. The Sammy wins the race is 26%. So who's more likely to win the race? Give a reason for your answer. So let's convert this fraction to percentage. Times 100. That would give you 25.7%. 25.7%. Alright, so 25.7% is less than 26, obviously. So Paul, who's more likely to win the race? Sam is more likely. Because when you convert this, the percentage is higher. You write that down there. Rice sold in 75 gram packs and 120 grams packs. The masses of both packs are given. Correct the nearest gram. Calculate the lower bound for the difference in mass between the two packs. Alright, so this is a lower bound, upper bound question. All you have to do is just write lower bound here, upper bound here, and write the values in the middle. So it says here to the nearest gram. So the lower bound would be 74.5 and 119.5. The upper bound would be 75.5 and 120.5. So now they want to calculate the lower bound for the difference. So what pair, if you minus them, will give you the lowest number? It would be this 119.5 minus 75.5. That would give you 44 grams. That's the answer. So for this, it's easy. 6 times 4, 24. U times U square. Dividend minus 3 plus 6 is 3. So that's the answer. So for this one, they want the length of line AB. They gave you 2 points, point A and point B. So all you have to do is just use the formula. Which is x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. Line AB. So x1 is 7, minus minus is plus, so plus 4 square plus minus 2 minus 6 square. That would give you 13.6. That's the answer. Right, without using calculator, work out these. Alright, easy. First, convert the mixed number into an improper fraction. 1 times 5 plus 4, that's 9 over 5. And then for division, you have to turn it into multiplication. But then you have to flip the next fraction. 7, 3. That would give you 63 over 15. Simplify that. 21 over 5. That's the answer. Alright, for this one, calculate the distance in meters between the two stations. All you have to do is find the area under the graph, which is a trapezium. Using the formula to find the area of trapezium, it's half times b, which is this line, plus a times height. So for this, these units are in minutes, but we want them in seconds. Because this b is meters per second, it's not meters per minute. So we have to convert the minutes to seconds and use the formula. For example, this b is 360 seconds. Because we multiplied 6 by 60 to convert them from minutes to seconds. So plus 60, which is this one, just 1 minute, times the height. The height is 12. That would equal 2,520 meters. 2,520 meters. Done. Alright, sequence. Find the nth term of each sequence. For this one, just find the difference between each. So between this 4, 4, 4, 4. Alright, so the formula for this is 4n. Basically just 4n. For the next one, alright, there's a quadratic one. First difference, 9. So this is 15, 21, and 27. Do that again. It's 6, 6, 6. So in order to find the equation for this, which is 2a equals 6, which is the last number we found. To find a, divide by 2, divide by 2, and you get a equals 3. So this is the a term. So the equation is already 3n. But then we have to find the first term in the first equation. In order to find the first term, we have to find what's behind 9, before 9. How do we do that? 9 minus 6. Minus 6, that would give us 3. And then 3, that's 8. Alright, so plus 8. That's one. P is inversely proportional to the square of Q plus 4. P equals 2 and Q equals 2. Find the value of P. Alright. So for this, the inverse proportion question, y equals k over x. But in this situation, y is p equals k over the square of q plus 4 square. Okay, let's find k, the value of k first. When p equals to k, q is 2 plus 4 square. So k equals 72. So now we know k. So find the value of p when q equals negative 2. P equals 72 over negative 2 plus 4 square. And so p equals 72 over 4, which is 18. So that's the answer. So for this one, a car travels a distance of 1,280 meters at an average speed of 64 kilometers per hour. Notice here that the distance is in meters and the speed is in kilometers per hour. Alright, and then they want the time in seconds. So obviously you have to convert the 64 kilometers per hour to meters per second. And how to do that? Basically 64 times 1,000 plus 64,000 meters. Now converted from kilometer to meter, and the time is 360. 1 hour, how to convert 1 hour to a second? You multiply by 360. So the seconds, 1 times 360, that's 360. Basically here, 64,000 over 360. That would give you 17.8 meters per second. So now that we have the time, we basically formula distance over speed equals time. So distance is 1,280 over 17.8. That would give you 71.9 seconds. Alright. So for this, PQRS is a quadrilateral and M is the midpoint of PS. PQ equals A, QRB, SQ is A minus 2P. So from this, we know that SQ is in this direction. And it equals A minus 2B. Right, show that PS equals 2B. PS is basically PS, this one. So how to find that? PQ minus QS, because it's the opposite direction, so negative. PS equals PQ minus QS. PQ is A minus A plus 2B. Change the sign because the opposite direction. A minus A, that simplifies to 2B. Alright, shown. Right, write down the mathematical name of the quadrilateral. Okay, that's a trapezium. Because PM is parallel to QR. Right, that's linear programming. Write down three inequalities which define the unshaded region. So for this, before we start, let's find the equation of each line. So for this line, we know that it's y equals 8. So these two lines, let's start with this one. In order to find the equation of a line, you need 2 points and a gradient. So let's get 2 points first. We will get 5, 7, and 1, 3. Then in order to find the gradient, use the equation y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is 7 minus 3 over 5 minus 1. That would equal 1. So now let's find the equation. 1 minus 3 equals 1 x minus 1. So that simplifies to yx plus 2. So this is for the first line. The second line, do the same thing. Get 2 points. 1 and 5. 3 and 3. So find the gradient, 5 minus 3 over 1 minus 3. That would equal minus 1. Y minus 5. That simplifies to y equals negative 6 plus negative x plus 6. So now we have the 3 equations, this one, this, and that. So for now, convert that into inequalities form based on the graph. So for this one 8, the second, y is bigger than 6, and you have x. And the last one, 2 plus x. Alright. Done. George invests $5,000 for 14 years at a rate of 2% per year compound interest. So compound interest, use the formula for compound interest, which is A equals P 1 plus R over 100 to the power of T. Substitute the values in. 1 plus 2 over 100, 14. That would give you 6,597.39. But then now they just want the interest. They want the interest. They don't want the total value. So you minus 5,000 from this. 7.39 minus 5,000. That would give you 1,597.39. But then here they want the nearest dollar, which is 1,597 only. Alright, write 30 as a product of its prime factors. But let's first find the factors of 30, which is 30, 1, 2, 3, 10, 5, and 6. And from these, pick the prime numbers, which is 2, 3, and 5. So 2 times 3 times 5 equals 30. That's the 30 as a product of its prime factors. Find the lowest common multiple of 30 and 45. So list them both. List the common multiples of 30. Should be 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. I think that's enough. Same goes for 45, 45, 90, 135, 180. Alright, now find the common numbers between these two. So 90 is common in both. 180 is also common. but then they want the lowest one, so 90 is the answer. The lowest common multiple is 90. Solve simultaneous equation. Alright, we'll use the substitution method for this. First, the first equation, 5x plus 2y equals negative 2. Make y the subject. That would be y. That would be negative 2 minus 5x over 2. Alright. Now substitute y in the second equation. 3x minus 5, and then you put in our y equals 17.4. So expand the bracket. 3x plus 10 plus 25 is over 2 x equals 17.4. Multiply all by 2, you get 6x plus 10 plus 25 x, and then 17.4 times 2 is 34.8. Alright, then just find x. Take 10 to the other side. 6 plus 25, that's 31x equals 24.8. Divide by 31, divide by 31. X equals 0.8. Let's see, 24.8 divided by 31. Alright, yeah, that's 0.8. Now substitute x and y to find y. So minus 2 minus 5, 0.8 over 2. That would equal negative 3. Right, so x is 0.8 and y is negative 3. Triangle ABC is a similar triangle, so this is a similarity question. Copy the value of x. So for this, 8 equals 6 because they're the same side. 8 equals 6, and 10 should also equal x. Using the scissors method, you find x. Using scissors method, you find x. So 10 times 6 divided by 8, you get 7.5. X equals 7.5. Y. So for y, just do the same thing. 8 equals 6. And y should equal 9. Scissors method, then you get the answer. 9 times 8 divided by 6. That would give you y equals 12. Now factorize completely. You take y as a common. Where is it? Take y as a common. P plus t. Then you take 2x as a common. P plus t. And then p plus t plus y plus 2x. That's the answer. Right, for this one, first you take 7 as a common. You'll end up with h plus k square minus 3 h plus k. Then you take h plus k as a common. What you'd get is h plus k minus 3. So that's the answer. Alright, for this question, volume. Whatever the radius for, blah, blah. Calculate the volume of the toy. So separate them. Calculate the volume of the cone first. It would equal, using this formula, 1/3 pi 4 square times 9. That would be 150.8. Same goes for the sphere. Alright, 4/3 pi. Cube. That would equal 268. But then we only want half of the sphere. So 268 divided by 2. That would equal 100. 268 divided by 2. 134. Now all I have to do is just add them. 134 plus 150.8. That would equal 284.8. But then here they said the corrected to the nearest cubic centimeter, so the answer should be 285 centimeter cube. So matrices, easy. Multiply rows by columns. So what you're going to do here is 3 times -2. 3 times -2, that's -6. 7 times 4, 28, -6 plus 24 is 22. 3 times 1, 3, 7 times 2, 14, so 17. Then -1 times -2 gives you 2. 4 times 4, 16, so 18. And last but not least, -1 times -1, -1, 4 times 2, 8, 7. So here you go, that's the answer. So for this one, you have to find the inverse. So in order to find the inverse, we first must find the determinant. Determinant is 5 times 4, which is 20, minus 3 times 6, which is 18. That would be 2. So 1/2 over the inverse of this would give you 4. Substitute 4 and 5 and change the sign of 3 and 6. So that's the inverse. So for this one, find f6, sorry. 5 minus 3, 6. That would equal -13. For this, find x plus 2. 5 minus 3 x plus 2 expand -3 x plus 6. So you'll end up with -1, -3, -1, sorry, minus 6, which is a minus sign. -3x minus 1. Find ff in its simplest form. Equals 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3x. Now to do here is 5 minus 15 plus 9x. And then 5 minus, we end up with minus x minus 10. Minus 9x. 9x minus 10. That's your answer. For the last one, the inverse of fx. So let y equals f, which is 5 minus 3x. Then substitute y and x. Now make y the subject. How will you do that? You're going to do x minus 5 over 3. Oops, sorry. -3. Put y on the other side. X minus x. And y equals 5 minus x over 3. So this is the inverse. Alright, done.